Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. I managed not to speak. Did you notice? There's no me shouting on the credits.
Yes, last week when the credits were going, all I could hear was, "Nick, shut that door."
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I know, and I thought, really, I really didn't. And I watched it back and thought, oh, hang on, I really did.
I really did.
So I left it muted this evening. Anyway, we better let Jeanette do our welcome, aren't we? Hi,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Good evening and welcome. Surprised that I'm here. Don't know if anybody can hear because I can't see myself on screen at the moment, so that's all blank. So Tony, that might be over to you.
No, we can see and hear you.
Your medium for tonight is Dave Bamford, and he's a Lancashire boy, which is a quite nice accent. He lost me when he said Lancashire, so I'll hang on his every word tonight. So, who is it that's doing the opening prayer?
That will be our medium, please.
Yep, absolutely not a problem. Father Divine and Gracious Spirit, we thank you all, Father, for allowing us to gather here in this unusual time that we're in. And we also thank you, Father, for the many blessings that we share as we go throughout each day. We ask, Father, for healing to go around the world where it's needed the most. And we ask tonight, Father, that the messages come through clear, concise, and straight to the point. I would also like to ask, Father, for the many blessings to go around everybody that's listening and everybody that's watching, to keep them safe and well. And we ask this, Father, now through your name, which is love. As your humble servants, glories to your power and praise. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
And now we're going on.
Go on, Jeanette.
Sarah, for your poem, is it?
Yes, I've got a poem. I hope this is all right because my internet's going in and out at the moment, so hopefully I won't freeze myself out. The poem this evening is called Hang It on the Cross, and it's a poem by Lisa Engelhardt. If you have a secret sorrow, a burden or a loss, an aching need for healing, hang it on the cross. If worry steals your sleep and makes you turn and toss, if your heart is feeling heavy, hang it on the cross. Every obstacle to face or doubt you come across, every prayer unanswered, hang it on the cross. For Christ has borne our brokenness and dearly paid the cost. To turn our trials to triumph, hang it on the cross.
That was good.
So that's our poem.
I love that.
I quite liked that. Yeah, I liked that. And the Bible reading matches very well, and it's Peter's 1, chapter 5, verse 7, and it simply says, leave all your worries with him because he cares for you. So they match very well, don't they, this evening?
They do. That's perfect.
I didn't cut out, did I?
No.
I'm going to have to do. I'm going to do some adjustments when I'm not on screen.
Right. We'll leave that in your capable.
Yeah, we'll leave that there.
We're not a very serious church, Dave.
No, as you
It's all
can
right.
tell.
It's all right. I'm not serious myself most of the time. Well, in fact, 99% of the time.
Okay.
You'll do for us. Maybe we should mention that Dave's doing all blind readings this evening. So if you are in the congregation this evening, you may get a reading. If you find, if somebody's answering, yes, that's me, and you know it's definitely not you, if you could sort of hold off your comments so that Dave can read the comments for the person who's given the reading, so that would be really helpful for us. But you might just be in there, you never know.
Indeed.
Yes, so you'll have to keep
Okay,
children
no.
to the very end.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't like this camera angle.
It's very fetching, Dave. It's very fetching.
Now, don't
like it. It's too close. Too close. Don't like it.
This is what the ladies usually say. No, that photo's no good. Retake it.
Yeah.
This close is not good. Believe me.
That's why I make it brighter behind me so you can't really see me, you see. It's my angelic look.
Because we're using StreamYard, Dave,
Yeah.
I can feed comments onto screen. So if I see anybody saying, yes, that could be for me, that could be for me, I'll bob it on screen for you as well. What I will say is I might put some comments in, because if you haven't followed the streamyard.com/Facebook, you just show up as Facebook user like Tara D. Biggs has said lovely, but all I can see on this screen is Facebook user, where because I'm looking on my phone, I can see a name.
Yeah, I'm on
Facebook. So I'll bob them up. And if I see that happening and somebody's saying, yes, that could be for me, I will say, can you use your name, please? Because Dave can't see who you are.
Yeah.
So I believe it's now over to Dave.
I think
Is it
so.
Is it my bit?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So we'll all disappear, Dave. And if you get stuck, give me a shout, because I'll still be able to hear you. But I'll drop off screen and we'll be back with you about 8:15. If that's okay.
Unless you shout for an SOS before.
Do you want any philosophy before we start?
You can do. Yes.
Yeah.
We love philosophy.
Right.
We do.
Right. Okay, we'll have a do
Thank
that
you.
one then. Because I got something about 20 minutes before we started now. I can't get rid of it, so it has to go.
Lovely. Great. We normally have to twist people's arms for philosophy, so great.
I quite like it, to be honest.
It made a
Lovely.
change. Somebody volunteered.
Yes.
It certainly did.
Well,
Oh, that's good.
yes, if you want to crack one with your philosophy, we'll disappear. We'll leave you to it, and we'll see you back about 8:20.
And then do I just choose a name on here when I've done with philosophy and then carry on from there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If that's all
okay.
right.
That's fine.
Great.
Okay then, matey.
Lovely.
That's fine.
We'll see you
See you
soon.
soon. Bye.
You will.
Bye.
Now then, people. Hello, first off. Thank you very much for coming. I don't like this camera angle. But anyway, the philosophy that I got before I sat down here was how we can be kind, not only to ourselves, but to people, but also to animals and the earth and everything else, everyone else that lives in it and on it. And one of the things that I often think about is not only being kind, because kind, it says all sorts of things, just kind, but generous. We should be generous. We should help each other. We should help people that perhaps don't belong to us. There's one man that we go and see every few days. He sits outside Asda, bless his heart, he doesn't ask for a thing. And it's been my pleasure to sit and talk to that man for so many hours when the wife's in there shopping. And he just wants what's best, not only for himself, but for everybody else. You'll see people come past and they'll put change into his little pot. And he says, hello, are you alright? How are you doing? He doesn't ask for a lot. And then there's other people that wander past and they sort of mutter stuff under their breath, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, have you tried to take the time out to talk to this man? Because I like talking to anybody and everybody. My wife shouts at me sometimes for that, but anyway. And I sit and talk to this man for a long while. We've talked about all sorts of stuff. Even to the point of him putting his tent in our backyard. Obviously that can't happen because it's illegal, but there you go, who knows. But we should be nice, we should be kind, we should be generous, we should help each other, we should keep that energy flowing. There's 7.58 billion people on the face of this beautiful earth that we live on. Not one of them are the same. Not one of them are the same personality. So if I can't learn something from somebody else in here or somebody else outside, there's no point even trying. Because we can learn. We do learn. Every day of every week, every minute of every day of every week, we are learning new things. And it's absolutely fantastic to see. We learn things, and we learn so much. And so much from talking to people that are dissimilar to us. That really, when you think about it, the amount of people that we can interact with on a daily basis is staggering. And we can each learn a little bit from everybody. Do I know everything? No. Far from it. Do they know everything? Probably not, but they might know things that I don't. And it's fantastic to listen to, fantastic to learn from, and I just love people in general. I love people, I love the planet Earth, I love my pets, I love my wife, I love everything. Even the people that's done bad things to me, I've said, well, I'll tell you what, I've forgotten it. I'll live with it. I'm not that bothered. Forgive and forget, you used to be called. I like to call it remember and recover, because that's what we do. We recover from things that are bad for us or bad to us. We tend to recover from them anyway. Time is a great healer, but there again, so are we. So that's the end of philosophy. Right, who am I going to choose? I hope you all enjoyed that, because I have no idea where that came from. I haven't a clue. Right, first and foremost, let me have a look at this chat over here. Right, we've got Daniela Dwyer. That said, hello everybody. Is it alright if I work with yourself, please? I don't know if you can hear me, I hope you can. Tony, do you think this Daniela Dwyer can hear what I'm saying?
She'll be able to, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much, Tony.
No problem.
Right. I've got a lady here that's towards the latter part of her life. She was rather confused. She was, as she puts it, she was a little bit unfriendly towards everybody that was around her. She was confused. She didn't know what she was doing. She hadn't a clue. And all she wants to do is apologise. She sat at the side of me and she's apologising profusely. And I keep saying to her, there's no need to apologise. They all understand this. They all know this. I hope, Daniela, that you can understand this lady, because she's a beautiful energy to work with. It's a fantastic energy. She's lovely. And she's bring my attention to boots or shoes that somebody has not long bought. It's very peculiar because she's trying to put these shoes on and these boots on, but they're just not fitting her. She said, I wouldn't have bought them. They've got a heel on them. I wouldn't have bought them things. Well, okay. She also wants to bring attention to eyes that need testing and people that need to look around the way that things are. I can just say, Daniela Dwyer, yes I do, thank you. Right. Do you understand everything I have said so far? I hope you can understand it. Cracking. Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear that. Right. I'm also being brought attention to a car, and don't worry, there isn't anything wrong with this car, but it tends to wobble a little bit from time to time. From what I can see of it, it looks like it's a pretty simple repair that needs doing, but it really needs to be looked at. And there's things going on with you. It's almost a learning in itself. It's like either a college course or some form of study. Do you understand this? And it's a form of study that needs to be done for your sake rather than anybody else's. And the one thing that they bring my attention to within that study is look and learn to read between the lines. There's things that need looking at, either bills or statements or something, but you need to read between the lines. I hope you can understand that. They're also bringing my attention to papers that need signing. Now, whether these are legal documents, I think they are actually, but they're not legal documents in the respect of if you don't sign it, you'll lose your house. They're the legal documents in the respect of things that you need to sign for. Can you hear me all right? I hope you can hear me all right. Tony, can you hear me all right?
Yep, all loud and clear here, Dave.
Oh, fantastic. I just keep getting this this little flash on my screen of something not plugged in. Anyway.
Oh, right.
Me is that not plugged in, but there you go.
Daniela's just put, yes, I can understand that.
Right, fantastic.
On the screen.
Okay, right. Thank you, Tony.
I'll leave you to.
Right. And there's also there's memories that this lady would like to bring to you. Memories of childhood, memories of playing in the park on the swings. But she just, overall, she wants to bring the memories to you, and she wants to know that you've forgiven her for being as nasty as she was just before she passed. And I keep telling this lady that you will have accepted her apologies, and there isn't really no reason to apologise. Right, and she's also bringing my attention. Right, now come on, stop messing me around. Right. She also wants to bring attention to the fact that during this lockdown time, you've made more more of an effort to do the things that you wanted to do. More of an effort to try and be better, a better sort of person. Not that you weren't a good person to begin with, but a better listener, a better person for somebody to talk to. I hope we can understand this. Right? There's memories also of a Scotty dog, and there's also memories of bakery items, shall we say. I like bakery items, just a little bit too much sometimes. Anyway. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you. Right, and there's also the fact that somebody around you at the present haven't been doing exactly what they should do. They should be doing things and they're just not doing them. And it's almost as though things are going to waste. It's heartbreaking to see. They're not using the talents that they've got naturally. It's very peculiar. Right, what I'd like to do is right, this lady said that what she wants to do is offer you every help, every good intention that she can. I've told her that you will accept that and that you'll move on from that. This lady is very apologetic, but she's also very much full of love and love for you. Right, please take their words and their love with you, Daniela, and please thank you for talking to me. Thank you. Right, who have we got next? I don't know. Who have we got next? Right, could I speak to Nicola Briggs, please? I hope you can hear me, Nicola. Right, I'm being drawn to September for anniversary review. For an anniversary with yourself. I've got things happening on my screen here. Right, I've got September for anniversaries, I've got November, and I've got March. I've also got a man here who was very much a ladies' man when it came to going out. He had to look the business, he had to look the part before he went out. I can just see him stood in front of the mirror and every hair had to be the right way. Right? He's extending his love to you. And he's saying that he's either father or grandfather. I couldn't quite catch what he said. It's either father or grandfather. Right. I hope you can hear this because
Dave, we seem to have lost your sound.
Is that better?
You're back. You're back.
Right.
You're back. Yes.
Thank goodness for that. I've got things popping up left, right, and centre.
Nicola can hear you, and she can understand what you're saying.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Don.
Okay.
I'm going to leave anything that comes on screen now. Forget it. It could stay there. Right. This gentleman's looking at me and he said, if that corner that you're sat at were in my house, it would be spotless. He would definitely have had been called, I think the phrase is a clean freak nowadays. And he's saying that things were different when he was alive, when he was here, that he kept things clean and he knew how to do it properly, if that makes sense. Right? It also wants to wish you well. And there's something around you with you're trying your best not to get down, not to get upset about all the things that's happening recently. You're trying your best. It is very, very difficult just now for you. When it first started, it wasn't that much of a bother. But now, because you've been separated from people that you care about and care about you, it's a little bit more difficult. I hope you can understand this, the way that I've put this, because I get random flashes of information and I have to put them all together. I'm doing it without there. Right? Right? I want to bring my attention to a dog that you had or have. From what I can see, right, what was that comment? I missed it. I missed the comment. Right.
That was me, Dave. I clicked on the wrong one.
All right, fair enough.
It was just Nicola responding yes to what you were saying to her, mate. Sorry.
Right, that'll do. Nice, leave all that. Right. Okay. Right, all this modern technology. That's what this gentleman here is on about. He says, went like that when I were here. We didn't have microphones. Only microphones we had were then in TV studios, in radio stations. Right? I'd like to bring my attention to your lower back. There's been pain around there for a while. You haven't really known what you've done to it as such. But rest assured, healing is going from this man to that part of your back. He's trying his best not to... He's trying his best not to let you see him. Because at the present, if you could see him, I think it would freak you out more than just knowing he is there, if you understand this. Right? Right, and you would also understand appointments that have to be kept through medical terms. Not medical terms. Medical appointments that have to be kept. And there is also, right, there's also a child there's a child that needs nurturing, needs to be cared for. I hope you can understand this, Nicola. This child that needs to be cared for needs to be nurtured. Because they're not getting nurturing from anywhere else. They're not getting the upkeep from anywhere else. And this child needs to be kept in line. This is what this gentleman's saying anyway. And there's also a red rose that was put in the coffin. There was also a photograph placed in there as well. I hope you can understand this. I can't, but it's not for me to understand. It's for you to understand. And there's also, right, the number 10 is showing up with you an awful lot as well. You've seen 10 everywhere. I can see a number 42 on the door. I can also see a number 6 that is hanging from somewhere. I hope you can understand this, Nicola. Right, this gentleman said he's going to leave. He's going to leave you, and he's going to leave you with all the knowledge that he wants to give you. And please keep your mind open. You need to keep looking for the things that give you enough proof for you, because that's what it's about. It's not proof for me; it's proof for you. It's all very personal to yourself. I thank you for talking to me, Nicola, and please take the love of this man. He's an absolutely fantastic man to see. And thank you for listening to me. Right, Tony, did Nicola understand any of that, Benny Jones?
She says she could take some of it, but the other bits she's not sure about, but she'll take it and have a look through the family and see if she can find it.
Fantastic. That'll do nicely.
Yeah, no problem, matey.
Thank you. Now then, where are we going now? Right. Let's have a look down this page to see where I'm going. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh yes, I do. Jam. Right. Good evening, Jam. Don't know why it's in twice, but there you go. It must be so good you put your name in there twice. That's the idea. Anyway, I've got a gentleman joining me, and he's around 5'8", 5'9", and is of slim build. Wasn't too fancily dressed, but dressed clean and tidy. I hope we can understand this, man. Because what he's doing is placing my hand. No, he isn't. He's placing his hand on my shoulder, and he's doing the same to you. And it's as though he's saying, "It's all right. I'm still here. I haven't gone that much further. I'm still here, just in another form." And sometimes it's difficult for you to access his mind space. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Fantastic, thank you, John. Right. He's also saying that around about 3 months ago, around about 3 months ago, you were sort of getting to where you needed to be, and then you felt as though you got knocked back with all this lockdown business. He said it wasn't your fault. There's no need for you to beat yourself up over it. I hope you can understand this. And what he wants to do is bring forward to you a sense of well-being, a sense of peace, a sense of everything being fine. Because it's like this gentleman said, the fact that we're not here anymore in the physical form doesn't mean that we're not here in the spiritual form. Because we are. You know, you've had proof. You've had things moving. You've had things moving around the house. You've had feathers left for you. You've had coins. You've had various other little trinkets left for you. He's very much aware that you're aware, and he's aware that you're aware of him. And he said at the present it's difficult to get you to live in the real world, what their term is the real world, because you would much rather live in the spiritual world. I must admit, I'm like this gentleman myself. I tend to live there more than I live here. But what I would want to bring for you just now is a little bit of peace and a little bit of caring, because you deserve it. Do you understand this, man? I'm certainly hoping you do. Yeah, feathers in your bed, that's a classic. I've had I don't know how many thousands of them things. I used to collect them and I thought, I've got enough here. I've got enough here to stuff a pillow. Yeah. And what he wants to bring is that very much for you, it's, how can I quantify this? He wants to bring you everything. Oh, don't thank me. Don't thank me. thank this gentleman, not me. This gentleman wrote it. I'm only passing the message on. Right. He also wants to bring my attention to your house. You've got a slight plumbing problem. Try to say, I've only had a few. Slight plumbing problem in your house. Nothing to worry about as such, but it does need looking at. Right? And it also, okay. Somebody around you has recently broken their arm or fractured it or sprained it or something, because he just put that onto me and it's aching. It's aching. I don't like aches. I'm trying to get him to remove it now. Right, I hope you can understand what this gentleman's saying. And there's also hearing. Right. There's people around you, or one person in particular around you, that has a hearing impediment, often called deafness. I've got selective deafness where that's concerned anyway. Yeah, right, that would figure. It aches. Right. Right, okay. I'm being drawn to a cross on a chain, and it's rather an ornate. No, it's not a cross, sorry. I think a crucifix is Jesus Christ upon a cross, whereas a cross is just a cross, if I've got that correct. But it's definitely an ornate crucifix on a chain. Now it's either yours or you know where this thing is. If it isn't yours yet, please make it yours. Be nice with that. Lovely thing to have. Right, he's bringing me. Okay, chest problems. So around you, there's chest problems. It's as though you can't breathe sometimes. You feel it's trapped wind or something like that, but it's just there. And what they'd like to bring through to that is, it's not something that you need to worry about. But if you feel like you need to get it checked, then please do so. But, I mean, chest problems themselves can mean so many things. Right. It's also bringing my attention to medication that needs to be kept. Right. If it's your father-in-law, it's fair enough. It's within the family. That's all that matters. There should be a ring as well that was left from Spirit. And no matter how hard you try, it's a case of you're trying to do things and trying to do the right things. And for quite a long while, you was under the impression that you were doing these things and nothing was happening. You weren't getting anything back. There were no thank yous, no, there was just nothing. And then they're saying to me that it's not the thank you it's not the thank you that matters that much. What matters is that you do the things that you were doing. And please, if you're still doing that, please carry on and do them. Far be it from me to tell anybody else what to do. But please do them things. If they make you happy and they make the recipient happy, please do them. Right, he's talking about. Where is it? Right, he's talking about 3 months. I don't like to predict, and I'm not going to start predicting. We're saying in 3 months' time you will feel much better than you do now, because you're in that mindset now that you want all this lot to be over, just to get back out there doing what you were doing. And they're saying it's not going to be as simple as that, but you will feel better. Right, it's also bringing my attention, and I can fathom out what these are. I think it's showing me earrings. Long dangly earrings. They've got a circle, a ring at one end, and 3 rings below it, I think it is. If you can understand this, please do so. But if you can't find it, then please look for it. Right. He also wants to bring your attention to the fact that you've done so much for somebody within the family. Okay, so I've got you now. I understand that. That's more like it. Right. Right, so you'll understand the fact that the care homes have obviously been hit the worst, because obviously there's elderly, frail, poorly people. Right. Right, and what he's showing me now is there's a lot of these people in the care homes, you know, that they see the carers actually as the angels. Can't say as a blame them, to be honest. My dad was in a care home, and the nurse that looked after him, she was an angel. Right. And he's bringing my attention to the colour blue. There's something about the colour blue for you. It just makes you feel fine. It makes you feel all right. It makes you feel calm. And please, if you can take this blue, do so. This gentleman wants to send you all his love. He wants to send you all his happiness, and he also wants to get it through to you that you don't have to be always there, always thinking to be thought about, if that makes sense. And Jan, please take that, love, and thank you for talking to me. Right, Tony, was any of that successful?
Yes. Jan kept putting yes, and I put up about the cross and the fact that she's a carer, so she's worked through lockdown. Bless her.
I know. That must be difficult to deal with.
And she's just put, thank you very much, God bless.
Oh, thank you very much, John. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, where am I going? Thank you, Tony.
Can I just ask people to pop your name into comments just so that Dave can see who's on and a name might jump out at him, please?
I have got one here that I'd like to go to. Bernadette Endleton. Bernadette Endleton, please.
Okay, lovely.
Right, Bernadette, as I'm linking with you, love, I'm feeling very much frustrated. I've got as though I feel all the worries of the world on my shoulders. You can't do out about it, and that frustrates you. Right, and I'm also getting a feeling of wanting to protect, wanting to do more, either volunteer or something like that. But it's definitely a feeling that I don't like. You don't particularly like feeling frustrated about something. Right. There's a gentleman in spirit who's standing quite a way back, and he's shouting as though he's not able to come forwards. Right, good enough. Thank you, Bernadette. Right, he shouted to me. He shouted, well, if she'd let me in once in a while, I'd come forwards, but she doesn't let me in. Maybe she can't exactly see you to let you in, young man. Right, that's a little bit better. He's coming coming closer to me now so I can hear him. Right. He's saying he's with you, he's seen you through all this, and he's seen you through your the bad ways as well as the good ways. And I've got the feeling with this gentleman he was either father or grandfather. Yeah, right. It's either father or no, hang on a minute, no, his grandfather. He just told me his grandfather, right. And there's something about bouncing you on his knee. I used to do that, my grandson. God, I don't know what it hurts. But it was also always one of these people who was very cheerful, very outgoing, very jovial. Talked to anybody. And everybody used to know who he was. Right, okay. If he's your father, perhaps he meant a grandfather, as not a grandfather. Right. There's a cat in the world of spirit as well, who would like to be remembered. A small black cat. I don't often get cats. Right. Right. At the present, you've been trying your best to be positive, to be upbeat, to be you, because you are a positive, upbeat type of person. And it's not that you haven't been able to do, it's that other people have been putting you down for it. If you can understand this, please let me know. But people have been putting you down for it, and they shouldn't do that. Nobody should ever put anybody else down. But you're one of these people that you tend to bounce back anyway. Whether they're putting you down or not, who cares? That's your attitude towards it, who cares? And the funny thing with this man is he's trying his best to get through to you. He's been moving things around in your house, trying to get your attention. I think he's got your attention a few times. But I don't think he remembers it. Right, thank you. I don't think he quite remembers the attention that he got. Right. You'll also know where there's one, two, three. Right. You'll know where there's three particular items in your possession. Well, you know where they are rather from spirit. One's a ring, one's a watch, and one's by the looks of it, it's a gold necklace. I'd also like to give you anniversaries in January, anniversaries in March, anniversaries in September, one in April too. There's number 12 on the door, there's Eric, there's Alfred, and there's Mary, want to be remembered. If you can please look at them, if you can take their names, please do so. But I dare say if you can't take them, I dare say you'll find them in either public records office or part of the family. Might be able to tell you who these people are. Thank you, Bernadette. Right, and what this gentleman is also saying is that it's time for you. You need a bit of me time. You need time away from, well, you can't get time away just now, but time away from people who'd rather put you down. And if it's not the people who'd rather put you down, please don't watch too much news, because that can have the same effect. What he's saying is that it's time to recharge the batteries, and it's time to make sure that you come out of this a better person for it. Right, I'm glad you can take Mary. We'll look for the others. Thank you very much. You look for the others. You will find them. Believe me, you will find them. Right. This gentleman's also saying something about a chippy tea. He used to love his chippies. It's not chippies. No, it wasn't curry house. No, it was definitely chippies. Right. And the one thing to look out for, more than anything else, is the things that he's going to leave you with. He's not necessarily going to give you gifts as in feathers, coins, or anything else. It's just you will feel him around you. When you feel that coldness, that little breeze come out of nowhere, that's the gentleman. He wants nothing more than to make your life a lot better. I'm not going to give you any lottery numbers because I don't know myself. And if I knew them, I would certainly give them. Well, we don't actually, I'd share. And he also wants to bring my attention to your medication. There's some medication that you are on now that it's important that you take them and take them at the right time. I hope you can understand this. And it's the sort of thing that keep you going, to keep you being you. And we all want that, believe me, we all want it. Right? I think, how does that come into it then? Right, there's 18, number 18, I think it's on the door. I could be wrong. There's number 18 you need to look out for. Right, you also need your eyes tested, and you also need your hearing tested too. There's somebody around you that they're not exactly looking after themselves the way that they should. I hope you can understand this because they really need an awful lot of care. And what I'm getting with this is it's a young person as well. They're not elderly. But it's as though it's assisted living or something like that they need a lot of attention with. If you can understand this, please do so. Oh, that's good enough for you, so it's number 18. Fantastic. Right. You'll also understand then the animal that was buried in the back garden, or the front garden, buried in one garden. It was either a hamster, or a mouse, or a gerbil, or something like that. I hope you can understand that. Right. No matter what you do, always remember, people do love you. Oh, bless. Bless you. Right, people do love you, people do care for you, and people do care about you. And they also care about you enough to tell you when things are wrong. This man certainly does that. Certainly does that. And from what he's saying, he's been through to you on a number of occasions and given you very clear pointers on what to do, what not to do. A budgie, fair enough. Yeah, he's given you very clear pointers through the circles or through the services or through the circles or whatever it is that you attend. He's been giving you very clear pointers on what not to do and what to do. Fantastic, man. Unbelievably good. Right. I can also, right, I want to give you a grandmother in spirit, but I don't want to put her there if she's not. And grandmother's one of these old ladies that she lived through 2 world wars. She's as sour as they come, but she's absolutely lovely. She really is lovely. If you can understand this lady, please do so. Right. love him. He's still here, just in another form. Right. And this lady saying to you that there's nothing like homemade cooking. I know there's nothing like homemade cooking. Absolutely love this stuff. It should bring my attention to the fact that somebody around you would rather eat out of a microwave than not. Well, there's not a bad thing in that necessarily. There's some homemade cooking. It really is nice. It really is nice. And please, Bernadette, if you can understand any of that, please take it with their love. Fantastic. Please take it with their love, and thank you for talking to me. Right, I'm going to. Right. Michael Swindles after the chippy. I can't blame him. Right. Deborah Adams, can I come to you, please? I hope you can hear me. Because as I looked at your name here, I just got a flash of railway. Don't like bringing there if they're not. Some part of the family worked on the railways. If you can understand this, please do. So if you can't, please let me know. But they worked on the railway. Right, fantastic. They worked on the railways, and I've got a feeling that they worked in the goods yards. A real heavy worker, a real hard worker. He's a gentleman. He stands about 5'10", possibly a little bit more. Right, thank you, Deborah. 5'10". He's not showing me his complexion because he's full of muck that you will get from coal. Because I have a very funny feeling he was either a goodsman in the respect of the goodsman on the train, or it was when the train came in, he helped to unload it, but whatever it was, it's a railway connection. Right, I want to give you an Auntie Bessie, if you can understand that. Father-in-law, thank you very much. Auntie Bessie or Auntie Betty or somebody like that it was. And what this lady's saying, there are ways to get around certain things. I don't mean breaking rules, I don't mean bending rules, but there are ways to do things. And for what I'm getting with that is, right, sorry, what this lady showed me with that, is that if you're a bit like me in a lot of ways, that if you want something, when you can't afford that something, you'd rather have a go at trying to make it rather than just do without it. If you can understand that, please do so. It's that feeling of making things, your hands, they're always going, you're always doing something. You're very much hyperactive, I would say. Either you have been or you are. He's not telling me either way, but he's saying that he's extremely proud of you. Proud of the woman that you've become. And proud of the person that stood before him. And you know, there's nothing more fantastic. There's nothing more appealing to me than an elderly relative or an old person saying that they're proud of you. There's just nothing more rewarding. But anyway, right. I'm thinking me own dad there. Right. What this gentleman is bringing, right, he's bringing number 22 on the door. And he's also saying that some of the things that you have accomplished in life, others would only dream about. I know what to say, it is lovely. Some of the things that you've accomplished in life, others would only dream about. There's a ring that's been left for a spirit as well. And there's also a chain, and it's a bit like a curb chain, one of the big thick chains. Right. And what this gentleman is saying is that somewhere around you, there's people that don't necessarily take it for granted, but they don't exactly understand it all either. And there's one thing to be had from spirit, and that is their love, their compassion. Right, and he also wants to bring me to you with a nose. Right. It appears that you've had problems with your nose at some point. Either you couldn't breathe through it, or you was just, I don't know, something that was wrong with the nose. Please take that if you can. Right, and he's also putting headaches onto me as well. They're either right across the eyebrows, or they're directly at the back of the head. But there's headaches with you. I dare say it feels like migraine, to be absolutely honest. I dare say it feels like migraines. Yes, right, thank you. No. Okay, a little bit of homework for you, saying that it's 1942. You have to look up 1942, and you have to do that. Sorry, you don't have to do that, but he'd like you to do that as part of trying to figure out where you actually came from. Because there's some contention at the present. That's why you're thinking of doing the ancestry thing. They say 1942 is all you'll need. Right? Now, we talked about a budgie that was buried a long time ago, but you'll also know where there was a cat put into the garden as well. What this gentleman is saying is that not only do you need a little bit of extra care at the present, but you also need to take care. Do you understand that? Don't be doing too much. Don't be doing too much that you don't need to do. Now, is that an hour got you thinking, or is that an hour you've understood it? That's a good question. Right. This gentleman's leaving now, and he just came in. He said, "Right, I'm going." I've said what I need to say. Ah, fantastic. Yes, I'm behind the cat. Right. This gentleman's going. He's just going. He said, "Right, I'm going." And another gentleman is taking his place. And this gentleman feels like an uncle. And he sort of stood behind me. He's a lot taller than me. I'd say about 6 foot, 6'1", something like that. You understand 1942, thank you. This gentleman feels as though he's about 6'1", 6 foot to 6'1". And he stood with both hands on my shoulders. And it's as though he stood there and said, "I'm proud of you as well." And what this uncle would, right, Tony, Tony wants to be remembered. As does Alan. As does Ethel. If you can take them names, then there you go. If you can't, please let me know. Right, this uncle is very much a part of your thoughts, shall we say. I'm similar to my uncle, and you're very similar to this man. And it's as though you could have been brother and sister rather than uncle and niece. Right? It's also bringing it. Right? There's times fantastic. There's times that you wake up at silly o'clock in the morning. 3:30, 4:30 usually. And you'll see certain number sequences like 1111, 11 minutes past 11, or 4:44, or it's these bits that you see. Some people would say they're angel numbers, but what I will say to you is there's a reason for it. There's always a reason for everything. And what I find is if I write them down, when I get them, I can usually trace them back to something. I've traced one set of numbers that was all threes. I've traced that right back down my family line at one point. Traced it all the way back. Right, do you understand this stuff? I certainly hope you do. Fantastic, you do. Cracking. That's what we aim for. Right, this uncle doesn't want to stay long, but he's giving you the biggest hug that he can. He's also blowing you a kiss. And with that, he's going. And I thank you very much, my love, for speaking to me. And I thank you very much, and please take their energy. I'm ready for my water. Before I go any further, please bear with me a second. What name is on there? Tony Swindles. Can I come to you, please? If that's all right.
You can.
Oh, is that you? Oh, thank you. Fantastic.
It's me.
It's me. Right.
It's me.
I'm really glad that lady could take that message. It was really really heartfelt.
Thank you. That made so much sense.
Fantastic, brilliant. Right, now to yourself. I've got a lady stood with me, and she's around 5 foot ish. Not a real thin lady, but not really big either. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And she got this pinny on. 2 hands are in the front pocket. She's pulling all sorts out of it. My mum used to be like that. I expected a 10 foot ladder coming out any minute. Everything could possibly want in that one pocket. Right, she's saying these are the things that you need just now, because they're helping you with so much. This lady is helping you mentally, if that makes sense.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
When you feel down and when you feel upset, this lady comes in. You know that yourself anyway.
Yeah.
When she comes in, she said, she just said, well, this is a bit different. Talking to him this way than direct.
Yeah, I can understand.
There you go. And what a sense of humour on her.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. And just the way that she is, and the mannerisms, everything is so nice. She just came in and she tapped me on my shoulder. She said, "Excuse me, young man, can I talk with you, please?" I thought, oh, bless her. Absolutely lovely. You've not found this lockdown terribly difficult, have you, Tony?
Not especially, no. No.
I didn't think you did. I didn't think it did. If anything, it's been a bit of a godsend for me because I've been able to get my house sorted.
Yeah.
Right. What she wants to do is direct me to a ring that was left. You know where this ring is.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's saying that she's seen the nails. Why not the ring? I don't know if you do all right with the camera. What I do, but I've got blue on. Oh, nice, fantastic. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, she said that she's seen the nails, so why not the ring?
Because it's round my neck.
Oh well, good enough. Yeah. All right, you're wearing it. That's the main bit. Right. Okay. She's talking about apples here. Do you have a fondness for apples, Tony?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Right.
Well, I do.
So if you've got a fondness for apples, then you don't particularly care for peaches or anything like that, do you?
No, they go soft too quick.
Yeah. You see, for me, it's strawberries. Can't stand the things. This lady's just said, I like strawberries. And everybody that knew me knew that I liked strawberries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, they're blaming. She said, but you would have to spoil it with cream.
All right. Yeah.
That's the way that she thought. Right. She's sort of talking as though she worked in a mill. The old like cotton mill or wool mill, a very noisy environment.
Oh, I know what she's referring to. Yes.
Right. Right. Good enough.
Yeah, that was me. Right. Carpet factory.
That was
me. I worked in a carpet factory for years.
I worked in one for 6 months.
I wish I'd done carpet mill. 6 months.
Yeah. I only worked in there because there were no work driving, so I thought, right, I'm gonna have a do at this instead. So I couldn't do it. I was inside. You've got a thing with nature as well. You like being outside.
I do. I adore being outside.
You like the sun. You like the wind. And it doesn't matter what the weather is. You like to be out there.
Yeah.
Providing it's not like 19-foot snow and that sort of business.
No.
Even then, it wouldn't really. That wouldn't really faze you as such. No, you'd still go out. Right. And do you also understand where the vitamin D deficiency is?
Yes, I do.
Right. And there's somebody around you, a different person around you, that's got what do you call it? Autoimmune disorder.
Yes.
Right. You have to be extremely careful, like you know yourself.
Mm.
And this lady's saying, it's all right, I'm watching them. Every move they make, I'm on it.
Right, good.
So she's definitely watching them. Right, there's a Michael that links with yourself.
He does, yeah.
There's also, you've got a few here, haven't you? There's a Tracy. There's a Malcolm.
Yeah.
There's a Trevor.
Yeah.
Quite a few people here. And you are one of these people that you like colour and you like lots of it.
Yeah.
I just think my nails in your hair, so yeah, colour.
Yeah.
I prefer black myself, but that's each to their own.
I've got a nice dark grey going on next time.
Not good enough. Saying that I prefer black, I've got red on my door. I've got blue on my nails, and I've got anyway. Never mind.
Yeah.
But colour's important, and you put a lot of importance onto colour.
I do.
You understand what I mean? It's like you wouldn't wear something blue if you was going to this place. You wouldn't wear something red if you was going to that place.
No, definitely not. No.
And also for the healing properties as well.
Yeah.
I mean, colour does so much. It infuses you, shall we say?
It does. It does.
Right. You'd also understand the eye test that's coming up.
Yes.
It's either coming up or it's just gone. One out of the two. Right. And you can also understand. Don't like giving that. Right. Would you also be able to understand the child that went before the time?
I do.
Right. I don't. I never like doing that.
No.
Anyway. Right. And you'd also understand, please, the fraud that happened a while ago.
Yes.
That wasn't a very nice particular time for you, was it?
No,
definitely not. But they're bringing it in as proof for you, obviously. Right? And you also understand the grounding that needs to happen, particularly at a certain person's house.
Yes.
Because you can't go in there and not ground yourself. It feels very peculiar if you don't do that. Right. Money doesn't exactly mean a great deal to you.
No.
If you've got it, you've got it. If you haven't, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, you're one of them type of people. But you put more value, if you will, onto people and the way that people are with you.
Yeah, exactly.
If people are happy with you and you're happy with them, you can have all the money in the world and it wouldn't make a bit of difference.
It wouldn't, no. No difference at all.
Right. There's number 4 that's around you. Yeah. And there's also, there's number 27, but that's going way back.
I'll have to look for that one, but
this lady said,
I'll let you know.
This lady said that'll give him something to think about.
Yeah.
So there you go, 27. Right. I've never heard that before. Okay. Right, I'm going to give you something now. I don't know where it's come from, but the white light of the Lord be with you always.
I know exactly where that's from, yeah.
Right, thank goodness for that, because I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't took that. Right. Right, and this lady's saying that, right, she said, I'm going to back up. She didn't say that she was going to go, she just said she was going to back up.
Yeah, because I know she doesn't go anywhere.
No, she doesn't. That's just it.
No.
My dad sat in a chair over there laughing at me.
Oh, bless him.
It'd be right. My old uncle's chair, and my dad sat in it, so there you go.
Oh, bless him.
No, man. I get them all day and every day. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Right, I also want to give you issues around the phone as well.
Around the what, sorry?
Issues around the phone.
Right, yes.
I've got a very funny feeling it's mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile phone with either cracked screen or something along them lines.
Yeah.
Right, this lady's backing up now, so I shall say thank you very much, Tony. And thank you for talking
problem.
To me.
And unfortunately, we have come to time.
Have we?
We have, yes. It's 20 past. So, yes. So I shall bring back the rest of the crew.
Okay.
There's our Sarah and our Rev Jeanette.
Jeanette's still upside down on my screen. No idea why.
That's the way she likes it, isn't it?
I would like to say that was excellent evidence. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, and there's been so much evidence tonight given out. It's been brilliant. It's been really, really good.
Fantastic.
So thank you very much for a very evidential evening of mediumship.
Not a problem. My pleasure.
Working true with spirit, which is a real joy to see. So thank you very much.
I often say, if it can't be true, it can't be done.
No. Oh.
That's what I tend to do.
Would you like to do our closing prayer, David, please? And I
I
think
will
Jeanette's
indeed,
going to
yes.
finish it off for us tonight, Tony, since we've still got her. Fingers crossed.
Father divine and gracious Spirit, we thank you, Father, for all the evidence that we've had tonight. We thank you for all the laughs and for the enjoyment. For the laughs and the joy that we've had and the fulfillment of the messages that's gone out. And can we ask, Father, please, that healing go around the world where it is most needed, but most needed to our elderly and our very young. And I ask, Father, that you keep us all in your thoughts and care to us all. And I say this prayer, Father, now, in your name, which is love, rose to your power and praise. Amen.
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 Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen.
Didn't sing it.
I know. I was just going to tell you that. I only did it once, so I won't be going there again.
Believe you me, nobody wants to hear me sing.
What you say, Jeanette?
I said I expected him to sing it. Maybe another week.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what a night we've had, folks. Even though we've had all sorts of problems behind the scene, we've had two of us, myself and Sarah, who couldn't see any live chat. We've had terrible noises, which I can still hear. I don't know about Sarah.
Yep.
And obviously Dave Shilling had gone in the meeting because she sat in the dark most of the night.
It's because he doesn't like that angle, do you, Dave?
I can't stand this camera angle. I hate it. No, you see, that's my front door there.
Oh, right.
Now, the window that I've got is like there type of thing, but it's an east-facing window. It's horrible. It's nice and bright and sunny at about 3 o'clock in the morning. The rest of the day is like this.
Bear that in mind when you're buying a house, people.
Yes, exactly.
But after saying all that, we have a great team. We have Tony and Sarah that are always front of the house, doing what they do best. And we have a computer whiz behind the scenes, which is Michael. How he manages to keep it all together, I don't know. I thought you were just going to show us Michael behind the screen.
No.
Just letting him out the cupboard.
But next week's mediums, we've got a bog off offer.
We have.
A bog off offer. That was hard to say that.
I'm glad I didn't have to say that.
It's Susan Ludden and Mark Smith from Scarborough. So all I have to say is good night, take care, keep safe. See you all next week, folks. Same time, same space, same spot on the dial. Good night.
Good night and God bless everyone.
Good night.
Thank
God
you for
bless
joining
everybody.
us.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thanks,
Bye.
Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.